Charity is often defined simply as giving to those in need, but if we think about it carefully, charity is not just an action. It is a complex moral system that involves the giver, the receiver, and even some external forces like a third party can affect the outcome. Understanding it requires logic, responsibility, and critical awareness. A true giver is not motivated by recognition, obligation, or reward. Their actions are rooted in ethical intentionality, the choice to prioritize the needs for others instead of personal gain. Characteristics of a true giver is selfless sacrifice, a conscious decision to act for the benefit of others, even at a personal cost. Number two is unconditional help, support offered without expectation or in need of return, because moral responsibility requires action when others are in need. Number three, planting good seeds. Every single act of charity is an investment in social and moral capital. The outcomes might not be immediate, but they contribute to a broader cycle of positive consequences. From my perspective, giving is not merely transactional, it is actually casually generative. By giving, one creates potential for societal improvement, emotional growth, and ethical modeling. Unfortunately, not all interactions with charity are constructive. Third parties can distort the purpose of generosity through manipulation, exploitation, or fostering dependency. Some considerations include intentionality. Our action is guided by mutual benefit or by self interest at the expense of others. Debt and obligation. Forcing a receiver into perpetual indebtedness undermines the ethical value of giving. Exploitation. Harvesting the outcomes of charity without any single contribution or ethical responsibility weakens societal trust. Propagation of harm is actions that encourage greed or dependency may violate the foundational purpose of charitable acts. Charity cannot be neutral. It is either a force for ethical growth or misuse, a mechanism for harm. Receiving help is not actually passive, but it is a moral and practical responsibility. The receiver has an ethical obligation to respond with respect, accountability, and intentionality. Um, this is the guidelines for responsible receiving. You must protect the dignity of the giver. Charity is an act of trust. Exploiting or misrepresenting the trust is unethical. Number two is you should value and utilize resources effectively. Ethical reception requires optimizing the benefits of aid. Number three is avoid blaming the giver. Responsibility for outcomes must remain proportionate to control. Number four is self improvement. Benefiting from charity should motivate growth, independence, and contribution back to society. Number five is focus on purpose, not origin or any colonial matter or something, because some people often will think like, oh, this is expensive because it's original and it is from other countries or something. You should evaluate aid based on utility, not the prestige or origin or where it came from, and not because on how fancy or rare it is. Receiving correctly transforms charity into a reciprocal ethical system where benefits are realized, dignity is preserved, and social trust is maintained. Charity is not merely a generous act, it is a dynamic ethical structure. A true giver generates moral and social capital, and the receiver must uphold dignity and responsibility. External interference, like a third party, can either corrupt or enhance the process depending on ethical awareness. And In essence, or to sum up, charity is a cycle of intentional action, moral reflection, and societal consequence. Understanding it critically allows us to give, receive, and interact in so many different ways that maximize positive outcomes while minimizing harm. True charity is not about transactions or appearances. It is a disciplined practice of moral reasoning, ethical awareness, and human responsibility.